by a car on a crosswalk as they're getting out of school. We hear from mom, and we'll tell you how they're both doing this afternoon. Then construction of the largest immigration facility starts at Fort Bliss. We're going to tell you what officials are now naming this facility and when it's expected to be completed. And we got some heavy downpours yesterday afternoon, but what about today, Robert?
Monica, I expect more heavy rain tonight. We are under a flash flood watch until 6 o'clock in the morning. More scattered thunder showers. When do they taper off? I'm going to have your detailed forecast. We're live on KTSM Plus, and your news starts right now.
You're watching KTSM 9 News First at 4. Starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM Plus. I'm Monica Cortez. Now watch this video very closely. A hit and run on a child's first day of school, and now police, they need your help identifying a driver that hit a mother carrying her child across the street during yesterday's storms. Now this all happened again yesterday at the intersection of Manila and Pickerel near Parkland Pre-K, and this video, of course, is hard to watch. You can first see the mother carrying her daughter on her way back home from her first day of school while she holds an umbrella in her other hand. A vehicle just begins to turn into the crosswalk, and according to witnesses, the woman had the right of way and then impact, knocking both the mother and the daughter to the ground. The vehicle is described as a dark colored sedan with tinted windows and appears to be a Chevy Malibu 2012, and witnesses share that the driver slowly backed away and left the scene. Just about 30 minutes ago, I got a chance to speak with the victim, who wishes to not be identified.
I'm sore, where I got hit on the side, and where I was holding my daughter in my arms. I'm not sure, like my shoulder kind of hurts where we were struck, and I tried to, hold her up to make sure she didn't hit her head, like on impact or falling to the street. It's funny, it's her first day of school. I asked her, hey, after everything settled at dinner, I was like, hey, how was your first day? I didn't even get a chance to ask you. And she goes, really, Mom? Like, we got hit by a car. So it's kind of unfortunate, but she just says, her behind hurts her a little. She said that she's sore, but luckily she just got some bumps and bruises on her leg.
She also tells me that she's filed a police report but was unable to get the person's plate number. So if you have any information on this incident, please call police at the number you'll see right there on your screen. Well, to an update now, a man riding a motorcycle in East El Paso dies after losing control at a roundabout. Police say 45-year-old Eric Berry was driving on Pebble Hills when he collided with the rock landscape in the center of a roundabout. Berry was transported to a local hospital after the crash. Investigators were notified this week that Berry had died due to the injuries he sustained in the crash. And as we previously reported, the incident happened last week at Pebble Hills and Joe Battle. Berry was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. Well, over to our border report. Construction of the largest immigration facility is underway at Fort Bliss. Construction on what appears to be a massive tent complex is going on in Fort Bliss, just north of the intersection of Montana Avenue and George Dieter Drive. Now, sources tell us border report that this could be the start of construction on a massive 5,000 capacity migrant processing facility announced by the federal government. Sources also say the new facility could start housing detainees in a matter of weeks, if not days. According to a spokesperson from ICE, the name of the detention facility is Camp Bliss. Now, the Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement sent us a statement saying, quote, ICE is indeed pursuing all available options to expand bed space capacity. This process does include housing detainees at certain military bases, including Fort Bliss, end quote. A $231.8 million contract was awarded to establish and operate a deportation hub. The overall project would be $1.2 billion. All right, let's go ahead and pause here a little bit from all the headlines and talk a little bit about weather, because that is exactly what everyone is talking about right now. It is, are we going to see another round today? And for that, we're going to send things over to Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis. Robert, I love the rain, but I think I'm ready for a break now.
You're going to get the break. In fact, in the long-range forecast, we'll all
Okay.
be begging for the rain back. But we'll get through the night tonight. I want to extend that weather authority alert through the night because of the surge of tropical moisture. I will not feel comfortable about this atmosphere until this moisture has thinned out. And that does not happen until Wednesday. Until then, let's get you some official rain totals. Van Horn, 0.71, 0.2 El Paso, 0.41 Las Cruces, 0.07 Deming, and 0.28 for Juarez in the last 24 hours. Now, we are charged up and ready to go again tonight with more scattered showers and thunder showers. Right now, it's pretty quiet, but if you look just to the south of the border, one isolated cell is forming, and all the storms tonight will come from the south and move toward the north. This is the perfect example. It picks up quickly and dumps isolated, intense, heavy rainfall. And we want to make sure everybody is safe overnight tonight. We've seen scattered thunder showers up in the Sacramento Mountains, and the entire borderland is under a flash flood watch until 6 in the morning. Here's a brief look ahead for tomorrow. The morning should be nice. We'll build up to 91 degrees by 5 o'clock. A chance of isolated storms, but the rain chances, those will be brief. I'll have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at our traffic cameras at the Sour, and this is US 54 Kenworthy. Things are looking really nice and dry. Not a lot to slow us down at the Sour. Everything seems to be moving smooth. I-10 Boone, a big 2 thumbs up. Well, in national news this week, we're getting a lot of data about the state of the U.S. economy. And in today's Political Minute, News Nation's Chief Washington correspondent Blake Berman has more on some of that information.
U.S. job openings falling slightly last month. I'm Blake Berman, host of The Hill on News Nation. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there were 7.4 million job vacancies posted by employers in June, down 300,000 from the month prior. It's a sign that the job market could be cooling. Now, the number of job openings decreased the most in food services, healthcare, and finance. Openings increased in areas like retail and state and local government. Now, layoffs remained effectively unchanged. However, the number of people who quit their jobs dropped, a sign that some are not as confident of finding another job elsewhere. This Friday, unemployment and hiring numbers for July will be reported by the Labor Department. Economists are projecting 101,000 jobs added this month. I'm Blake Berman, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Well, coming up, his name is Crypto the Super Dog. We're going to tell you why he's become so popular and is looking for his forever home. Then a mass shooting that rattled New York. We're going to go into in our comment segment and hear what you had to say. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM Plus, putting local first. Welcome back, everyone. Police continue to investigate the motive behind the mass shooting that has rattled New York. 4 people, including a New York police officer, were killed when a gunman opened fire in a midtown Manhattan skyscraper that is home to the NFL headquarters. Officials say the suspect, identified by law enforcement as a 27-year-old from Las Vegas, died from a self-inflicted gunshot and left a note that mentions CTE, a brain disease caused by head trauma, and expresses anger that his mental illness may be linked to playing football. Now, we did share this story onto our social media accounts, and many of you had thoughts you wanted to share, especially about simply having that gun moving into the building. So Phyllis Roberts writes, "It's simply sad that our country has a high percentage of decent, tolerant, law-abiding citizens who can no longer be safe anywhere due to these days, now that the evil, revengeful criminals are growing in our country. What is the problem that these murdering souls don't have any care whatsoever to even be a good person? He walked down the street with a rifle and nobody said anything." Ernesto Rodriguez says, "How did he walk into the building that has metal detectors?" A lot going on, and a lot of you question, why did nobody say anything when they saw this man allegedly carrying the gun into the building? Of course, we're going to have to wait and see until more information is released about this incident. But here at KTSM, we definitely value your opinion, and we want to hear from you. So make sure you are following us on our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. Well, don't go anywhere. This is KTSM Plus. We'll be right back.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
KTSM is extending its weather authority alert all the way through the night tonight again until 6 o'clock in the morning. We need to see this tropical level of moisture thin out over the borderland. That will reduce the heavy rain threat, but we'll be with that heavy rain threat through the night. Now, a threat does not mean a guarantee of rainfall, but it means the conditions are certainly there, that if the thunder showers get going, they can unlock quite a bit of rain quickly, flooding streets and arroyos. The clouds kept us down on temperature a little bit. I predicted 90 for today. So far, only 87, 90 for Juarez. Look at Las Cruces, a cloudy day and 73 degrees. Feels good though, 83 Deming, 82 for Alamogordo and 73 up in Ruidoso. Rain-wise, last night before midnight, 0.04 in the official rain gauge. So that would make our total for the year 2.65 inches. We can add to that another 0.16 that happened after midnight that is not included in that total yet. 0.2 at the airport, 0.41 Las Cruces. It was busy there over the last 24 hours. 0.44 TRC and 0.04 up in Ruidoso. Right now, Las Cruces, here 72 degrees, winds 3 miles per hour, dew point 64, very moist, very juicy. We do have more wave disturbances coming in over this moisture through the night tonight. So these scattered showers and thunder showers will crop up abruptly without warning, and they could potentially unlock quite a bit of rain. The entire borderland in green is under a flash flood watch until 6 o'clock in the morning. And if we look south of the border, perfect example, these thunder showers not really driven by heating, which they typically are during the monsoon. They're driven by these little wave disturbances coming up from the south. We've got isolated thunder showers, and one in particular just to the east of Ruidoso up there, but no major flood warnings or flood advisories at this time. Now here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast for tomorrow. Different day in a way. The extreme level of mid-level moisture goes down, so we're still going to have a chance of thunderstorms by the afternoon. We will be hotter with a high of 94, and yes, we have a chance of rain, but if we do get thunder showers, those rain chances will be very, very brief. Here's your allergy forecast. 8 for tomorrow and then jumping up to 9s for the next couple of days. Now tonight for you, Las Cruces will be going to 65 degrees, 67 Alamogordo, 63 Deming, and 71 for Juarez. High temperatures tomorrow going up, 90 Alamogordo, 93 Deming, 95 Juarez, and 93 for Van Horn. Now coming up, I'll have your exclusive 9-day forecast. We'll talk about extreme heat that settles in next week. You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I can hear you guys. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. Well, in James Gunn's Superman movie, it's been out for about a month now, right? And while all the actors in this movie did a great job, the real star of the show is Crypto the dog, who had a very significant cultural impact. In fact, thanks to the love surrounding Crypto, inspired by the movie's director's own rescue dog, Ozu, interest in dog adoption surged over 500%. This is according to many reports. And the Crypto craze has even impacted us here in El Paso, which is fantastic. But officials say prospective pet parents not to be blinded by the buzz, urging them to consider the lifestyle they want before bringing a new superhero friend into their homes. Check it out. The movie has had so much success. Have you seen an increase in people wanting to adopt this month?
Yeah, we have seen more adoptions happen within the last 2 weeks compared to last year, so it's definitely been a positive outcome. We want to find loving homes for all of the pets that we have in our care.
So we know that Crypto is a kind of terrier mix or a terrier dog. Talk a little bit about who we have here.
So this right here is Vixen. She's also like a terrier mix. Of course, a lot of the dogs in our shelter, we don't always have the information on their background, but that doesn't mean that they're not amazing dogs.
You know, and Crypto in the movie was so funny, so it almost makes you want to adopt a dog similar to Crypto, which is amazing. But can you tell us a little bit about the kind of breed that terriers are and the kind of people that might want to consider adopting them?
Yeah, so of course with any dog, they're all different. It's not based so much on their breed, but on their personalities. Just like people, we all have different personalities. So do pets. So it's important to consider what pet fits into your lifestyle best. Do you want a dog that's going to be going on hikes and runs with you? Or do you want a dog that's going to chill on the couch and watch Netflix with you? Or maybe a little bit of both, you know? So it's important to, come with the whole family, really think about what dog will best suit your lifestyle before you decide to commit to, a forever home for them.
So I have 2 terriers at home, and they're very rowdy and they have a lot of energy, but I meet Vixen and she is the complete opposite.
Just because it's a certain breed doesn't always mean that their personality is going to be that exact same way. Vixen here, she's pretty laid back, she's pretty chill. That's why it's sometimes really nice to be able to meet these older dogs a little bit.
What cautions would you have with people of just rushing in and adopting the first dog they find?
It's definitely important to know that adopting a pet, it's a commitment and it's a serious commitment. You need to be prepared to, take care of that pet for its life. It's not just for, just a little while or just while they're maybe puppies. It's for the entire lifetime of making sure they have proper medical care, the food, the time to care for them. And if you're not sure if that's something that you can fit into your lifestyle, you can always try fostering first. That's just giving a temporary home to a pet in need and just to try it out to see if that's something that your family wants to commit to.
Oh, I had so much fun meeting Vixen, and I almost took her home, but I already have 2. Crypto, the dog, is still up for adoption. We can call her Crypto, right? So if you are interested, Animal Services says that they're hoping El Pasoans can just step up to the plate and become a superhero for a pet in need. All right, well, that does it for us here on KTSM Plus, but don't go anywhere. We still have another half hour of news and weather coming up on KTSM 9 News, first at 4. Welcome back to KTSM 9 News First at 4. Caught on camera, a shocking video of a hit and run on a child's first day of school. And now police need your help identifying the driver that hit a mother carrying her child across the street during yesterday's storm. Look at this. This video shows what happened yesterday at the intersection of Manila and Pickerel near Parkland Pre-K. You first see the mother carrying her daughter on her way back home from her first day of school while she holds an umbrella in the other hand. You'll see that the vehicle then slowly begins to turn into the crosswalk, and according to witnesses, the woman had the right of way, and then the impact, knocking both the mother and daughter to the ground. Now, the vehicle is described as a dark-colored sedan with tinted windows and appears to be a 2012 Chevy Malibu. Witnesses share that the driver slowly backed away and left the scene. About an hour ago, I was able to speak with the victim, who is now recovering and wishes to not be identified.
I'm sore, where I got hit on the side and where I was holding my daughter in my arms. I'm not sure, like my shoulder kind of hurts where we were struck, and I tried to, hold her up to make sure she didn't hit her head like on the impact or falling to the street. It's funny, it's her first day of school. I asked her, hey, after everything settled at dinner, I was like, hey, how was your first day? I didn't even get a chance to ask you. And she goes, really, Mom? Like, we got hit by a car. So it's kind of unfortunate, but she just says, her behind hurts her a little. She said that she's sore, but luckily she just got some bumps and bruises on her leg.
The victim goes on to say that she has filed a police report, but says that she's unable to get the person's plate number. So if you have any information on this incident, please call police at the number you see right there at the bottom of your screen. Well, now let's go over to an update. A motorcyclist in East El Paso dies after losing control of his bike at a roundabout. Police tell KTSM 45-year-old Eric Berry was on Pebble Hills when he struck the rock landscape in the center of the roundabout. Berry was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. He was transported to a local hospital after the crash, and just this week, investigators were notified that Berry died due to his injuries. And over to our border report. Construction of the largest immigration facility starts at Fort Bliss. And construction on what appears to be a massive tent complex is going up just north of the intersection of Montana Avenue and George Dieter Drive. Sources tell Border Report that this could be the start of construction on a massive 5,000 capacity migrant processing facility announced by the federal government. Sources also say the new facility could start housing detainees in a matter of weeks, if not days. And according to a spokesperson from ICE, the name of the detention facility is Camp Bliss. In fact, the Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement sent us a statement saying, quote, ICE is indeed pursuing all available options to expand bed space capacity. This process does include housing detainees at certain military bases, including Fort Bliss, end quote. Now, a $231.8 million contract was awarded to establish and operate a deportation hub. The overall project would be $1.2 billion. And as students across Texas head back to school, a new state law is now in effect, banning cell phone use during class. House Bill 1481 requires districts to create policies limiting devices during instructional time. KTSM 9 News reporter Diana Castillo shows us how local schools are enforcing it and where the rules still need to be finalized.
Before we get started, some housekeeping items. Let's turn off our cell phones, our devices, and you're going to place them in the pockets.
No phones in the classroom, a rule many already follow. But now it's law. House Bill 1481 gives school districts the power to set firm limits on device use during class. It requires clear policies, but leaves enforcement up to each district. At Canutillo ISD, the policy has been in place for years. Phones off, backpacks only.
We've already been limiting the use of cell phones and other devices during class time. So we're going to continue doing that. We've informed our parents, informed our students that during class time, during instructional time, they are to keep those cell phones turned off and in their backpacks.
But Anthony ISD takes it further, requiring its students to put their phones in pouches when they arrive.
We just thought it would be good for them to put them away in a safe place so they can focus 100% on their academic learning.
Dr. Troncoso says the policy started last year, and while there was initial pushback, state law now makes enforcement simpler.
We can just say it's the law, and this is what we have to do.
Representative Vince Perez, who voted for the bill, says it's meant to keep students focused.
Students now spend hours on social media. It's resulted in a lot of psychological harms. A lot of pressure that didn't previously exist. And while they're in school, they really need to be focused on their teacher and focused on learning, and that's what this bill does.
Other districts are taking a slower approach. EPISD tells KTSM it's still finalizing its policy and expects to release details in September. YISD says it will enforce the law, with students required to keep their phones in their backpacks or in a designated storage area.
And that was Diana Castillo reporting. And now the law does allow districts to confiscate phones after multiple warnings and requires them to notify parents. Anthony ISD charges a $15 fee to return a device, but officials says that's rare. And emergency use and medical exceptions like diabetes monitoring are still protected. All right, so we do want to turn a little bit over to weather, and this is what it looks like. So we're using our tower camera, and this is a much different view from yesterday. Yesterday, those thick cumulus clouds were really blanketing us, and today it's a little more spotty. So my question is, are our rain chances diminishing, or are we in for another round? Robert?
I think another round overnight tonight.
Ooh,
Certainly
okay.
the potential is there. And whenever we have these surges of moisture, I get nervous and I want everybody safe. So it could pass us by, but it could also cause significant rainfall tonight. 86 degrees is the temperature at the airport right now, dew point 63. We're about as moist at the lower level and at the upper level that we could possibly be. And what will drive the thunder showers later tonight and overnight, dynamics. It's going to be little wave disturbances that basically ripple the energy through this very unstable atmosphere. We won't get a lot of warning because these thunder showers can develop quickly, and then before you know it, they've unloaded an inch to an inch and a half over those streets and arroyos. That can flood things very quickly. The green indicates a flash flood watch that's in effect until 6 o'clock in the morning. So we'll keep that chance of thunder showers in well into the night tonight. Now here's a quick look ahead. Tomorrow, we're still going to have a chance of isolated thunderstorms, but if we get rain, it will be brief. I'm not worried about the threat of heavy rainfall. Then isolated storms Thursday as we heat into the triple digits, and it isn't even about the triple digits. It's now about extreme heat next week. I'll have your forecast. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. And because of those rain chances for those of you in flooding prone areas, here's a quick reminder. You can always pick up sandbags at 3 different locations across town. These are locations in the west side, Lower Valley, and Central El Paso. And for the most part, the locations are open daily, aside from the one in Central El Paso. You can, of course, visit KTSM.com for a complete list of days and hours of operation for each location. El Paso Water says all you need is a Texas ID or a water bill to get those sandbags, and of course there is a limit of 10 bags per visit. And over in New Mexico, homeowners and renters in Lincoln County who suffered losses after severe storms, flooding, and landslides this summer can now apply for help from FEMA, even if they've received help in the past. The agency said previous FEMA aid does not affect eligibility for assistance. Disaster assistance can include grants for home repairs, personal property loss, and other disaster-caused needs. Lincoln County residents with homeowners or renters insurance should file a claim as soon as possible with their insurance carrier. For more information on assistance, visit our website. That's KTSM.com. And in other news, and PayPal is still getting into the crypto craze. The company will now allow businesses to start accepting payments from more than 100 different cryptocurrencies. The new service is called Pay with Crypto, and it lets customers pay with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. PayPal says that the new system will have lower fees compared to credit card transactions. A beta version is expected to arrive in the coming weeks, with expansion set for later this year. All right, well, coming up, Anthony ISD will see a pay increase this coming school year, one of the largest bumps in our area. We're going to hear from you in the comments segment. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News First at 4, putting local first.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I am Ashley Howard. I want you to take out your phone and scan the QR code and get ready to save big. Today's lineup is just going to blow you away, so let's jump right in. First up, the Ninja Creamy Ice Cream Maker. If you've ever wanted to create your own ice cream, sorbet, or gelato at home, this is the machine for you. Just freeze your base, pop it in, and enjoy rich, creamy frozen treats in minutes. We tested it in the Best Reviews testing lab, and it is clear to see why everyone on social media is just raving about it. Let's keep enjoying that summer weather with the sounds and sights of the outdoors with the Net View by Bird 5 Smart Bird Feeder. If you are a bird lover, this is a must-have. This innovative bird feeder uses AI technology to identify over 6,000 bird species, sending you a notification every time a bird visits. It also features a built-in camera so you can watch the birds up close through your smartphone. Next, the brand new Apple iPad Air 11-inch, powered by the M3 chip. Built for Apple Intelligence, it includes 256 gigabytes of storage, Wi-Fi, a 12-megapixel front and back camera, Touch ID, and all-day battery life. It's light as a feather and powerful enough for creative pros, students, and everyone in between. And speaking of those students, parents of the high school class of 2025 or current college students, many colleges want that first tuition payment by Friday. If grants or federal loans don't cover everything, scan the QR code or head to money.com to compare lenders and start the application process. Most students apply with a parent cosigner to lock in lower rates. But here's a detail that parents are going to appreciate. Once eligible, your student can apply for cosigner release, which takes your name off the loan. You can fund up to 100% of school certified costs, tuition, housing, even books with no application fees. Visit money.com, click the banner, and finish the 3-minute application and lock in your rate before the Friday deadline. Let's get a look at all of our products and services for the season. Head to epicdiscounts.com or scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Is this good, you guys?
Is that a good shot or should I? Okay. All right, great. I'm just.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we first want to share these incredible photos sent in to us by Philip Lovato, viewer who captured the roof that came down on the A-lawn in northeast El Paso. This is located on Diana and Alps. Philip says it looks like the water that collected on the roof during yesterday's rain is what probably caused the collapse. Just incredible images. Thank you so much for sending them in. And Robert, we've been seeing quite a bit of flooding across town.
Yes.
I love the rain, and I think we needed it desperately, but question is,
do we want our
more?
roofs collapsing?
Do we need more?
Yes, I had one weather watcher report from Las Cruces, Susie Weber. She's received 1.74 inches over the last 2 days.
Wow.
1.74 inches. So
that's a lot.
Our rain gauge at the airport, it's not quite cutting it this year. I don't think we're in a drought situation anymore as of this time.
Perfect.
Let's take a look at the rain totals these are the official totals. 0.2 at the International Airport over the last 24 hours. Up in Las Cruces, 0.41 inches. Now, that's pretty close to what Susie Weber got up there in Las Cruces. She received 0.6 from last night, 0.17 Alamogordo, 0.44 TRC, 0.05 Silver City, 0.28 for Juarez. Look at Van Horn, 0.71. But if you look through the numbers and look for the actual yellow zones, Hudspeth County down here south of Sierra Blanca, also northern Doña Ana County, far south Luna County. That's incredible amounts of rainfall, potentially 3 inches there. Here are the highs today, suppressed from the cloud cover, 90 Juarez, but 87 El Paso, and only 74 so far today, Las Cruces. It's 74 degrees right now in Las Cruces, winds 3 miles per hour, and the dew point at 62. Satellite radar composite. We'll have another wave of thunder showers tonight. I'm extending that weather authority alert over the overnight tonight due to the threat of heavy rainfall. The moisture level at the mid-level of the atmosphere has not gone away. In fact, it's just as high as yesterday. Officially, the entire borderland under a flash flood watch through the night tonight until 6 o'clock in the morning. And we'll see these thunder showers crop up periodically, and with little to no warning, we'll have that chance of very heavy rainfall coming down that can flood streets and arroyos quickly. Right now across the Sacramento Mountains, we have some development south of Ruidoso at this time, but it's pretty quiet. We knew the midday today would be fairly quiet because of the storms last night, but that means we're in for another round this evening of potentially strong thunder showers and heavy rain. Here comes your 9-hour forecast for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's a very different day. That mid-level moisture begins to thin out significantly, and we'll see a chance of scattered thunder showers late day. But if a storm crops up tomorrow afternoon, the rainfall would be brief at best. I'm not nervous about heavy rain and flooding for tomorrow. Allergy-wise, it will be an 8 tomorrow, and then it's going to pop up to a 9 on Thursday and Friday in the high range. Tonight for you, Las Cruces, 65 degrees. Susie, get the rain gauge ready because you still have a chance of more scattered thunder showers tonight, officially under a flash flood watch. Tomorrow, high temperature 91 degrees. We'll see isolated hit or miss thunder showers, brief rain out of those storms, no threat of heavy rainfall tomorrow. For us tonight at the International Airport, 71 the low. We'll see that chance of scattered thunder showers and the threat of heavy rainfall as well overnight tonight. Tomorrow, I'm not nervous anymore about the threat of heavy rain. Our high temperature goes up to 94 degrees. isolated storms, more normal to our typical monsoon. Now, only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. On Thursday, we'll see isolated thunderstorms. 99, the chance of rain actually begins to go down as moisture thins out. And then we'll be begging for our moisture back because look what happens. It's going to be like mid-June. 101 Friday, 101 Saturday, 102 Sunday. High pressure increases for the work week. 104 both Monday and Tuesday, and then extreme heat range on Wednesday, 106, and potentially 105 on Thursday. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take you outside now using our TechStock cameras. This is Loop 375 Pelicano. Check out how dark and gloomy it looks out in the distance. Man, there it comes. The rain is on its way, but otherwise traffic is looking quite nicely in this direction. Well, Anthony ISD teachers and staff will now see a pay increase for the 2025-26 school year, and it's one of the largest bumps in our area. The district says the pay increase is a result of Texas House Bill 2 and a new compensation plan approved by the Board of Trustees. Teachers with 5 years or more experience will receive an $8,000 increase. Teachers with 3 to 4 years of experience will receive a $4,000 increase. Now that brings Anthony ISD to the top of the teacher pay in the El Paso area. In addition to the pay increase, all district employees will continue to have their basic health insurance plan covered by the district this school year. And we did share this really good story to our social media accounts, and many of you chimed in. And so over on Facebook, Tony Doken Martinez wrote, "The ones that survive the cuts and have to take an extra tasks." Meanwhile, Ismael Perez wrote, "Still underpaid. What's wrong with this guy?" SMH. And of course, well, we do appreciate all of your comments. And of course, teachers, we definitely appreciate everything that you do, your hard work. And here at KTSM, of course, we do value your opinion, and we want to hear from you some more. So make sure that you are following us on all of our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Más Las Cruces.
I'm Officer Charlie Velasco with the Las Cruces Police Department. We want to invite you to National Night Out 2025. The event will be here at downtown Las Cruces, Tuesday, August 5th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The National Night Out is a great opportunity to come meet first responders and community organizations throughout the Las Cruces and Doña Ana area. It is a kid-friendly event which offers a one-on-one interaction with first responders and organizations that offer community services. Bring the kids, the grandkids, and the neighbors out to National Night Out. For more information, visit our website or follow us on social media. We hope to see you Tuesday, August 5th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. here in downtown Las Cruces.
Más Las Cruces.
Last look at the forecast. Tomorrow we will be different. We'll see partly cloudy skies. We're still going to have a chance of isolated thunderstorms tomorrow, but I don't believe we'll have the threat of very heavy rainfall. It'll be brief rainfall, 94 the high, 99 on Thursday with isolated area storms as the storms say goodbye for a while. Expect it to be mostly sunny Friday and Saturday at 101. Then we jump to 102. And then we're talking about extreme heat on Wednesday and Thursday. 106 Wednesday, 105 Thursday, if that long range data hold together. Monica.
All right, Robert, thank you so much. And here's a quick preview of what is coming up during our 5 o'clock newscasts. It's already been about a week after Vado was devastated by flooding, and people there are still cleaning up the mess left behind. Luckily, help is underway. This as one local group lends a helping hand to those affected. KTSM 9 News reporter Diana Castillo will have this story. And President Donald Trump is on his way back from Scotland. We're going to tell you all about what he was doing while he traveled overseas and how he says the United States will help the people of Gaza. This after a poll showed that support for Israel is dropping. We're going to have the latest, that and so much more coming up in just a few minutes. But that does it for me. I'm Monica Cortez. 9 News Now with Estela Casas is up next.
Hair and wardrobe provided by
Now, well, most of the water is gone. Damage remains. Mic check. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3.
Hell yeah.
Did you get us?
Is there something wrong with it?
Something wrong with what? The shot or the package?
I have no idea. But do another mic check.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Oh my God, are they coming in? I don't know.
Yes, I can hear you. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello, hello.
That was weird. It's because I saw a car get out through here, so I thought one of them was gonna come back
funny.
in.
Well, they didn't tell us to move.
Well, yeah, but that was weird, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay, did they get us?
Yeah.
So there's
Maybe
nothing wrong? So we're good.
Let me call Kim.
KTSM 9 News Now starts right now.
And we begin 9 News Now with a weather alert. Overnight showers are in the forecast again tonight. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis joined us now with a better look at what parts of